Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. The countdown continues as we have 3 days to go until World Cup content drops in FC26. We've had plenty of leaks for that content, which we've been covering, like the Maradona, the season pass cards that are fully customizable, it seems, but not so many leaks for our first real promo that is going to drop with World Cup content, and that is Path to Glory. The staple promo of every World Cup year returns again, and we have our first leaked players to talk about today. But not only that, I want to look at what this PTG promo means. Get us ready for the absolute madness of player cards that will be going crazy in price, but at the same time be some of the worst investments you can make because their prices will be tanking. And it's all revolving around results and upgrades for these World Cup Path to Glory cards. We're going to get involved with that today, and of course look forward to today's Monday content, which I don't think is going to be anything super crazy. It's probably just going to be more news about the World Cup. Let's talk about it all, guys. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up in the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now, let's go to objectives and cover yesterday's Sunday content first, where, hey, if you're saving packs like me for the World Cup content, this Prime Heroes event number 2 is a very easy place to get some packs done. It is once again play 4, win 3, score in 3, and win 1 using the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow to get yourself a couple of decent 84, 85 plus packs, along with a pinged pass plus evolution, max 90 overall, and an 86x3 group reward. The only unfortunate part about this second Prime Heroes event is it is not a golden goal mode or first to 2. It is the long range mode. And so the game isn't going to be super short if you just score a couple of goals. You're going to have to play it out. It is the short matches mode, but that is pretty easy to get done still. So that's a decent objective, of course, if you are trying to complete all of these events during this week. This is number 2 of 4. This one gives you the Pharaoh Williams hero card. The third event will be out tomorrow on Tuesday, and then we'll have Hamsik later on in the week, and he will be the final event, and we will be able to get the cosmetic reward in the 91 plus hero pack there. Now let's go to SBCs. We're going to talk about Evos. The Evo content yesterday was fire, but let's go to SBCs first and cover the latest hero that is dropped in this game. It is Prime Heroes Guti, and I'll be honest, guys, when I saw this card, I saw the 99 passing, I saw the incisive, the Tiki, and the ping pass plus, and I was intrigued. But then I saw the price, and I looked at another player who's got 99 passing, who's already on the market for a pretty cheap price, and it really made me not want to do this SBC. But man, there is still something about a 99 stat on a card that is interesting, even with playstyles being so much more impactful in game than stats. There's just something about seeing a 99 stat in a card. So right away, again, when I saw this, I was like, ooh, I might want to try out this Guti. I got his Team of the Year honorable mentions hero card from those free hero packs that they gave out at that time of the year, and he was pretty good then. I'm sure this card is good now, but for 180,000 coins, when Fabregas is a free card you can get on loan, or 30,000 coins in the market, I just thought I'm gonna stick with my Fabregas. I think that's a better card than Guti anyway, so unless you really want Guti and you're a Guti fan, then I think this SBC might just be a skip. But it's not a terrible card. I just think the price is what is off. We also had the Prime Heroes Challenge 2 dropped yesterday, and we had another icon pack. They leveled it up from the 90 plus to the 91 plus Encore icon upgrade. I won't lie, this is actually a little bit tempting because it is only 2 squads, 2 88 rated squads with a team of the week or a team of the season. I mean, it's not great. It's 80,000 coins. A lot of the icons you're going to get from this probably aren't worth it, but it's pretty easy to get done, and you can tell people are doing these. I mean, take a look at fodder prices. 89s are upwards of 6.5K. Yesterday, after squad battle rewards, they were down at 5.4 thousand coins. You see that big spike after content. That is a sure sign of people doing this SBC and the 88 rated squads that are required as a part of it. So it's 3 times repeatable. If you want to try it, try it. But again, this is something that I'm not completing at the moment because I'm saving my packs, and therefore I don't have much fodder in the club. This was good though if you invested in fodder, or if you had invested in team of the season cards previously and you were lazy listing those. TOTS cards, I believe, are approaching 22, maybe 23,000 coins on the market right now. Yeah, 22,000 sitting on the market. They're probably going a little bit higher today as we get into the week this week. The only thing that's going to stop these TOTS cards is if EA supply them tradable again. And that would have to be through either a store pack or an SBC for a tradable team of the season, which we do not have at this time. So it's all looking good to continue to lazy list those team of the season cards upwards of 22 to 23,000 coins. If you're like me, you still have some here that you bought earlier on. Just keep lazy listing them. 27K, maybe 25K for those will be a good place to list and to take some safe profits if you would like to. Now, let's talk about that Evo that dropped yesterday. Guys, a very surprising max 90 overall left mid evolution called Born to Roam dropped yesterday. Some players defy the system, evolve your player, and unlock the freedom to dominate anywhere on the pitch. It's about pace with this Evo, guys. You take a look at that pace stat. First thing that gets upgraded through this evolution, 96 acceleration and sprint speed is the boost there. Up to 94 reactions gives the center mid position technical plus. The next segment gives left back with a 5-star skill move boost. Then it gives rapid plus after that, still with some good stat boost. You get the intercept base there, some really good dribbling boost, 95 agility, balance, 94 dribbling and ball control. And then you get pinged pass plus as the final PS plus there at the end. But the chains that you are seeing, I know we talk about Evo chains all the time, but some of the chains that you are seeing with these cards are nuts. We're talking about cards that are center backs that fit into this evolution that can be made to 96 pace. Now, I've got a Ronaldinho here that I've been waiting to boost for a long time, and I don't know if I really want technical and pinged pass plus on this Dino, but that is a nice pace boost, huge passing boost. If I wanted to use him as a cam, maybe I would go this route, no tiki taka. But, you know, this is a great Evo for some of the cards that it is creating. This Doumbia fits. Wow, 97 pace he goes to. His shooting's a little bit low. You just kind of have to look at the cards in your club for this and figure out who is the craziest. Because once again, you have to remember, this gives the left back and the center mid position. Yeah, left back and center mid. Here's a Teo Hernandez that I haven't Evo'd in ages. 95 passing and 94 dribbling is nuts. Take a look at these footbin combinations of cards that you can... What is this? Okay, that one's expired. I was going to say, that is a crazy 9-Golan gang. All stats 92 plus Rafael Leao. But that one's actually not possible to complete. But look at this Rashford. Is this possible to complete? No, it's expired as well. What are these fraudulent expired Evo chains that are showing up here, man? Semenyo, Nico Williams, this Joelinton. Now, this Joelinton is one that I've seen a lot of people start to Evo. He's already got the 96 physical on his FUT birthday card. You can put him into the Tater Tots Evo, a couple of other chain Evos. Of course, you can choose your own playstyles with his card as well in the FUT birthday bakery to start off with. And then you can end up with a card that has 96 pace, 96 physical, 94 passing dribbling with 93 shooting, and he's 5-star, 5-star. Now, I think I would personally choose some different playstyle pluses if you're going to run them as a box-to-box, which you could choose the first two through the bakery. But that Joelinton card has gone from 500,000 coins up to max price of 900K on the market. So best of luck trying to get that one done. But that's just like the tip of the iceberg for crazy Evos that you can create with this. One of the ones that's getting talked about so much is this FUT birthday Honchko. If you have this card in your club still and you haven't boosted him up through the FUT birthday bakery, he goes pretty crazy as well because, you know, it's a center back coming out of this with 96 pace. Only at the 89 physical unless you chained him anywhere else along the line. There might be some opportunities to do that in other Evos, or if you wait a little bit, a couple Evos could come out to help those chains along. But honestly, just a bit of a surprise with the two positions that it gives, the huge pace boost that it gives. It is 75,000 coins, but like, that is a fun Evo, and it also gives the hero card design as well in the end for some extra chemistry. So GG's EA for dropping a very unexpected fun Evo yesterday. Make sure you go on Footbin, build out some change, and figure out what card is going to go into that one for you. Now let's take a quick look at the market because I have bought a couple of things because the Crystal Palace team is going out of packs today, but I'm not expecting a huge rise on these cards. Remember, guys, what has happened now 3 times with the Europa League team, with the women's Barcelona team. I guess this is only the second time. There's going to be a 4th team after this with the Champions League. So we're calling the shot already, I guess, saying for the 3rd time this is going to happen. But what has happened the previous 2 times with the Barca team and with the Villa team is that the cards rose as they left packs. Then they came back down about 2 or 3 days later. I think the same thing is going to happen here unless people have caught on and unless there's not that much hype with these cards. But I have picked up a couple of Larson because I honestly just want to try him out. Crazy looking card. I bought him for 420K. And I do know there's plenty of people that want to try these Palace cards out as well. Here's what I would say. Use these first 2 teams that came out as winner squads as an example. Look at Claudia Pina. She's 1.64 right now. This card went down to 2 mil, rose all the way to 2.5. I sold her for 2.5 million coins on Friday night. And now she is, a couple days later, down to 1.6 mil. It just kind of encapsulates the feeling of the market itself right now as a whole. I feel like a lot of people are not wanting to spend too many coins on cards as we get close to the World Cup content. We had a good Evo yesterday that actually drains coins from the market. I'm not saying these cards can't be good players to trade with. 1.62 seems ridiculously cheap for that Claudia Pina card. It makes me actually want to buy it and see if I can sell her for 1.8 or for 1.9. But I'm definitely not going crazy with this team here, and I'm not going crazy with too many investments or trades on the rest of the market either. If you want to trade, make it a quick flip, get it on bid. Like I picked up this Clara Bull for 333,000, and I think she sells for about 380 to 390 on the usual. So that's a good flip right there. Not a card that was in packs for Ultimate Team of the Season. Well, it's not in packs now for Ultimate Team of the Season. I should say that again. But a bid, right? Getting on a bid, a bit more of a cheaper card, that's probably the place to be on the market right now. I wouldn't be really buying these Prime Heroes. They don't seem to have a ton of hype except for on the lower tier. And, on a card like Fabregas, it goes up 2,000 coins. There's really not that much profit there. You're looking for more. And then, look at the rest of these Ultimate Tots cards. Ronaldo's 1.4 now. Dembele's 1.5. Felix is down to 700K. I mean, Lamine Yamal's 2.5 mil. I'm looking at this whole entire team and the prices for right now where they are compared to where they were on Friday night, even Saturday, they're just so much lower. So I think it's just a good time to be safe on the market right now, to not be buying too much just because of what is coming with all of the World Cup content. Now, I say that and I'm still buying a few things, but I still think quick flip trades are the way to go. Or if you just want to buy Team of the Seasons and lazy list them, if you can get TOTS cards on bid for like 20,000 coins, 21K, lazy list them for like 25, 26, 27, and collect a couple of sales, that's pretty light work and pretty easy work to make some coins right now before we get into all the World Cup content. Now, let's start talking about that World Cup content because we have got leaks. Again, we've been talking about in the past couple of days, season pass cards that Maradona that are fully customizable through the replacement of the Foot Birthday Bakery, right? It's going to be going away and it's going to be renamed the Playstyles Lab. That is going to be this week as well, 3 days from now when all the World Cup content drops. But those National Pride cards that we were looking at are customizable through that evolution system, that evolution lab. What we're talking about today, though, is different. Path to Glory is like a real promo, cards and packs, SBCs, objectives, and stuff like that. And it's going to be the staple promo of the World Cup because it has been every single year. Let me take a look back in time and kind of talk to you guys about this Path to Glory promo because these cards are live. They're the best live cards of any live card promo that EA will ever drop because this is the World Cup. Imagine this, watching your nation or watching a nation play any World Cup game. They are playing for upgrades on these cards, for playstyles, for, of course, stats, for skill move, weak foot upgrades, and other stuff like that. It is just peak live card content because it is the World Cup. And these cards in FIFA 23, the last time that we had a World Cup Path to Glory promo, were unbelievable investments. And at the same time, they lost other people unbelievable amounts of coins. Of course, France had a really good run last World Cup, right? Griezmann, went from 450,000 coins all the way to 1.8 million during the France run to the final of the World Cup last World Cup. But then, of course, what happened after that game when they lost is he went from 1.8 million coins to 700K. And everybody remembers the Brazilian cards because Brazil, of course, had the shocking defeat. They were expected to win. They did not. 3.8 mil on this Vinicius Jr. down to 1.5 mil. Guys, that was in a matter of minutes, okay? And everybody remembers as well the other Brazilian card that was in Path to Glory that year because so many people invested in Bruno Guimaraes, expected him to go up in price, And the same thing that happened to Vinny happened to him, and people lost their whole entire Ultimate Team clubs on this card. He went from 800,000 coins to 190,000 coins in literally hours. It was unbelievable. There were people that got market banned because they had bought this card at such a high price and tried selling it to get their coins out at such a low price that EA's bots system, whatever it does, that detects market bans, banned their account because they thought they were transferring coins illegally, black market activities. And in reality, they were just losing so many coins on a one card. So crazy situation with these cards. It's going to be the same way this year, guys. We're going to be able to get involved. We're going to see the run up on prices like we saw with the Griezmann, like we saw with the Bruno Guimaraes, because it is the World Cup and these are live cards and they are very, very exciting. Now, what makes these cards exciting as well is the upgrades. Not just the fact that they do upgrade, but the upgrades are usually pretty good. This was the PTG path in FIFA 23. Remember, this was in the early stages of FIFA 23 since the Qatar World Cup was at a totally different time of year. It was in the fall. It was like November into December. So we were at a way different place in the power curve. What's probably a better example was the FC24 Euros Path to Glory upgrade path, because this was around the same time as we are now heading into the summer months. This promo dropped with four different upgrades where you could get a +1 overall. You got a +1 overall for winning a match. Then there was an additional playstyle plus for winning 3 matches. And then getting to the quarterfinal was a +1 overall again, 5-star, 5-star, or if you already had that, another +1 boost. And then if you won the final, an additional +1 overall. I think this year, for the upgrade path on these cards we're about to look at, the 4th playstyle plus is going to be, I think, pretty early on. You saw here in the early stages, a winner round of 16 would give you a +1 inform upgrade. I gotta wonder if it's either qualifying from the group stages or winning that first knockout game that would give a 4th playstyle plus, because I don't think that these cards that are coming in Path to Glory are gonna start with 4 playstyle pluses. Let's just be completely honest. There's gonna be playstyle pluses as a part of the upgrade path here. And also, I'll say this, as a part of the upgrade path, I hope EA don't make it confusing. Make it simple, make it easy, and let us be able to clearly visualize, okay, my player just won, his second game, or my player just clinched, qualifying from the group stages to the knockout rounds. Boom, they're going to get this upgrade. It's not this or this. If this player already has this, then he was only going to get the certain, no, just make it simple upgrades, make it easy to understand. That is what we want with these cards. Now, these are predicted stats, but they are leaked players for our first Path to Glory team that is going to be coming in packs this Friday. You know what? Let's zoom in on the situation a bit here. By the way, this card design looks crazy. It is not going to be official because that's an official World Cup, colors and official World Cup design behind that. Of course, not licensed in game. But Vinny Jr. is getting a Path to Glory again. You'll actually notice there's a couple of players from FIFA 23 PTG that are running it back in FC26. Pretty crazy. But Vinny Jr. is going to be representing Brazil. Ruben Diaz for Portugal. Rodri for Spain. Musiala for Germany. Big names, big cards. A lot of hype. Kevin De Bruyne for Belgium. Saka for England. James Rodriguez is back in game, and he's getting a Path to Glory. We looked at that leak yesterday. Frankie de Jong for the Netherlands. Alphonso Davies, Araujo, Pulisic, and Marmoush. A great list of players to start off with. These are the sort of players that you're thinking of when you're thinking of these national teams. They are some of the first names that come to mind, and that makes it even more exciting when they are the face of the upgrades for that nation. I don't think there's going to be any individual upgrades for these cards here. That's not the way that Path to Glories have really ever been. It's always been about the nation, not the individual player. So I think if they made the individual player a part of the upgrade path, it would just make it more confusing, and that would just be more hoops to jump through and more things to try to figure out with this live and upgrading promo. So I hope it's just like it always has been for these cards. So I think they picked a great list of players. Personally, there's a few of these cards that have had specials somewhat recently, but also not all of them have, to be fair. If you think about team of the season, Vinny did not get one. Musiala did not get one. Actually, almost all these cards, if not all of them, did not get a team of the season card. So great player selection here. Big names. I am all about it. Now notice 4 playstyle pluses is shown on all these cards. I think this is a predicted stat post for sure, but I think that is a bit far-fetched, and I want to just bring our expectations back down to reality, because right now with team of the season, all of our cards, or we just ended Team of the Season, right? All of our cards have 3 playstyle pluses. Only a few have 4. I don't think EA is just going to drop, boom, 4 playstyle pluses right away on all these cards. I think they're going to say the 4th playstyle plus upgrade is going to be a part of the upgrade path. And I'm actually kind of fine with that. I really am. I think this is a prediction that's more accurate, right? Gonçalo Ramos is another Portuguese player that is leaked. We got Ruben Dias and Gonçalo Ramos. There's probably going to be multiple players from each nation. I know some of you guys might be wondering that. Well, Nate, if Saka's getting one, what's the other England player going to be? Who knows? There's probably going to be another one. Who's the other Dutch player going to be? Not sure, but there probably will be another one. All of like the favored nations, if you will, maybe the top 9 nations or countries that have a chance to do pretty well and go pretty far should have 2. Not every nation will have 2. That's my guess. That's not known for sure, but we've got one here for Bosnia. Amir Dedic is getting a Path to Glory promo card as well. Every nation should be covered with at least 1 card. Now, that's for certain. There should be one for at least every 48 nations that is going to be in the World Cup. But it's so exciting, man. These cards, man, if you've not played Ultimate Team during a World Cup before, this is the peak promo right here. It gets me super excited, not just from a card packing standpoint of when you pack a promo card that is live and upgrading, you kind of become like a bandwagon fan, at least a little bit for that country, but also for the trading opportunities, guys. Like, we made so many millions of coins during the World Cup, during the Euro Path to Glories back in FC24. It's going to be the same thing this time around this year for PTG in FC25. Super duper excited for it. Now, this tweet here, I wanted to pull it up because it's not a leak, all right? ASY is saying Neymar would be the best possible SBC for the next promo. Path to Glory SBCs are still getting decided. What an interesting way to tweet that. Still getting decided. Okay, well, hey, whoever it is, I hope this is good. I wouldn't say that I expect the Path to Glory SBCs to be that great, except in FC24, they were unbelievable. Remember this Araujo card? He was just one of the good SBCs that we got during that promo for a live and upgrading PTG card. Now, again, that was for Copa America and the Euros, not the World Cup, but, the SBCs are going to be a big part of this because it's a live card, and whatever nation that player is going to be representing, if it's an SBC, it's easier to obtain than packing it from a pack. There's a chance that those upgrades could be even more hyped. We will see, but watch out for those leaks. I pulled this tweet up and I talk about this because I do believe we're going to get a lot more leaks today, specifically on the upgrade path, specifically on players that are in the promo, and then probably official stats pretty soon as well. And there's going to be tons of players that are leaked because this is a 2-week promo. So, that's one thing we'll have to really just decipher today based on what's being posted on the online interwebs is what is a Team 1 card, what is a Team 2 card, and stuff like that. I also wouldn't be surprised if EA started tweeting and posting more about World Cup content. I know last week, of course, we had the big announcement with all of the new stuff that was coming out, but I would honestly expect EA to try to hype things up a little bit. It feels like besides the big World's Game update that they have been talking about that drops this Thursday, right, the beginning of all the World Cup content, it doesn't feel like it's been pushed a crazy amount. So I wonder if that's going to happen a bit more this week, and we'll be keeping a close eye out for that. That would also impact the market. Another reason why I'm not wanting to spend too many coins right now, trade too many items, keep it a bit more safe with those coins is because of the potential leaks that are incoming and just the fact that all this content is only 3 days away. Now, let's take a look at today's content on Monday. By the way, if you have any questions about Path to Glory, drop them down below in the comments. We'll be talking about these cards as we get more leaks. And of course, we'll be discussing things and how it looks based on the upgrade path that we do get for the official FC26 Path to Glory upgrade path. But today's content on Monday, I can't expect too much from it. I'm going to be honest. Mondays have been some of the quietest days of content of the year. We do know that the end of Nera Carvajal is expected to be today. His card should be cheap. I do not think this is the official card is stats though. It hasn't been tweeted from what I've found on Twitter and stuff like that, but I can't believe that that's the actual card because, that would be probably more expensive than what Lewandowski was. I'm comparing that right now to the Ashley Young right back card that's still in game. And I think Ashley Young, he was really cheap. He was 2 squads, 86, 87. Carvajal, maybe a bit more of definitely more of a storied career than Ashley Young. Real Madrid player, all those titles. But, we'll just have to see what the price is on this. They say it's mad cheap. I don't know if the stats are going to be that good. But if they do it in a way like they did Lewandowski, where it's still hype, even if the stats aren't like unbelievably crazy, then it still could be a very good end of an SBC. So that is going to be today. And then we're probably just going to get new player picks alongside of that. The 82 plus player pick and the 81 4 of 10 pick both go away. Would I expect EA to drop like an upgrade pack grind today that would be crazy? No. I really just think it's going to be the end of their Carnival Hall, new player picks, and that's it. That would be my guess. We're not getting a gauntlet today. This is your final reminder to finish your gauntlet games if you have some left over. And I'm saying this because your boy needs to finish off 2 more games of gauntlet because I've got the whole objective done except for 2 more games. And once we get that, 2 more wins, I should say. And once we get that, we get an 86 by double and the 86 by 10 group reward. And that is going boom straight into the pack stash for Path to Glory. So we'll be streaming today and we will be collecting some of those packs. We will be playing our weekend league games and not caring about our weekend league finish. We're just going to be vibing out. I'm going to use the USA team because why the heck not? After watching these friendlies, the World Cup fever is starting to hit me even more. And I'm going to rock with this team today because vibes and because I don't really care what my weekend league finish is because the rewards for Ultimate Team of the Season that we again have this week are just absolutely shocking. They are absolutely terrible. So that's going to be the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy it, drop a thumbs up on this one. Comment down below if you have any questions. And, of course, subscribe if you're new. And I will see you on a stream today. Have a great Monday, great start to your week. And I'll see you on the stream today. It's been Nate with Accountant. See you later. Peace out.